What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. Not really too long of a while, but no. Mm, I said not too long. But on this one, it's just gonna be, I would say, a quick rant, but maybe not a quick rant. We'll see how it plays out and how this thing goes. But this is just pretty much gonna be Religion is Poison, Volume 2. And on here, it's gonna be, like I said, just a quick, I would say, a rant, pretty much, of how I feel about it. Um, like I said, what's going on, and how I see things. Pretty much where we're gonna be moving forward on this channel, and how it's gonna be from now on. Like I said, I honestly cannot sit, just not say anything anymore. I can't sit by the sidelines with it anymore. So, moving forward, that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing, on this channel is, like I said, going in on religion, going in on, these imaginary, subjects, and then, well, not subjects, but on these, imaginary, figures, you know. And I'm not, sitting back and running from it anymore, parts, you should say. So, again, on this one, that's what people would say, sometimes is, why do you, feel that way, or why would you, just let people be, just let people be. But as you will see, it's not that case, So I'm sure, again, anybody actually, actually listening to the video, and I'm sure this is happening to you. Obviously, you're watching the video. I'm sure this is happening to plenty of people. You know, um, you're living, obviously, in the world. We're living in this, material world, right? So, you try to be, cordial with people. You try to be, I guess respectful. You were saying people, you should, you want to live cordial. You live in the same environment with these people. So, but I've worked with these people before on job sites and other things and such. But I feel, again, that's another thing. Side note of it is, another reason how you can kind of see how it's poison is, a lot of these people and a lot of these things, they they say that, you shouldn't talk about them. You shouldn't talk about politics. You shouldn't talk about these religions, which are really, like I said, cults. I'm just, like I said, gonna call it how I see it. It's my channel. So pretty much are cults, who, like I said, believe in these, like I said, imaginary beings and such. And when you say these kind of things, it's it's a lot for some people to handle. But like I said, that's beside the point. So, like I said, yeah. So like I said, I'm at work, and like I said, I've worked with these people before. So pretty much the man is he's a literalist. I know, I'm sorry if I'm mumbling over the words there, but yeah, literalist. So yeah, he was, one of these people who, tells me, this is, some kind of divine book. He believes everything in it. So, he's literally taking these things literally. I know there are people, and I've talked to people, who, obviously they might not be a literalist. They might think this is a metaphor and such, and but either way, you slice it up. That's why I said, guys. But so that's beside the point too. But like I said, he begins to tell me, yeah, this is the divine book. So I just ask him again, just a simple question. So this is divine, this and that. Then like I said, I've worked with him before, and I knew the man was married. I believe he has kids too, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's married, but I'm like, yeah. So would you pretty much, would you take your wife out? Would you take her out? Would you stone her? You know. And as you can already tell, like I said, from you guys watching this video and just from the title and things, you pretty much already know what the man said. He said, yeah, I would take my wife out if this book told me to do that. So, again, I kind of, pretty much left alone at that. But, the next part of it, I'm like, okay, cool. That's, but, what he also said was, I would take you out as well if this book told me to do that. So it's like, again, how I just said earlier in the video about, why would somebody, why would you, just let people be, don't worry about it. Just, it's okay if they just, they're not hurting anybody. People always want to say that, right? But when you got that literally kind of thinking of, yeah, I'm going to take my wife out. I'm going to take my fellow human being out because of a book told me to do it. And you don't see that that's a problem, then clearly, like, you're more lost and more, not lost. That's why I said I don't even really like using that kind of terminology then too. But like, you're really more deluded. And if you think that kind of stuff is okay. And like I said, I was here to, like I said, to stand up against that now. Like I said, I'm not here to be quiet about it no more. Like, because there are more than enough people who, are willing to stand up. And there's a lot more people who literally think like that too, Like I said, I'm sure he's obviously not the only one in my life that's, as I stated, that's not the first time that's happened to me. I'm sure that's not the first time that's happened to you. But we gotta just say enough is enough. Enough is enough, guys, of it, When these kind of things are harmful, we do need to say something about it. We do need to, call it out for what it is. We can't do those kind of things. I mean, we can, again, but is that really best, again, for us as a society to be doing those kind of things moving forward? That's why, again, I don't see religion and these concepts, really needed in the 21st century. If we look back on things, we've always, as human beings, looked for those kind of things, before, as we know, before we knew what thunder was, right? We had to have all of those kind of things. We had to have thunder gods and Thors and Zeuses and all different other kind of, obviously, gods throughout times that people done had, right? But what happened now, guys? We actually, wised up. We actually figured it out. We figured out how these kind of things work now. So, of course, that's no longer needed. And that's what I'm, saying about religion and these kind of things right now in the modern age. Like, how are these kind of things still going on right now in the modern age? Because, again, I don't want to assume. Like I said, I have worked with these people before on other job sites, but again, I'm almost positive he has told me he has kids. But you see what I'm saying? This is the kind of stuff that we're passing down to generation. So like I said, I believe on volume 1 and just other stuff, it's like these are the kind of things we have to stop passing down. These are the kind of things we got to cut out. Look what it does. Like I said, I'm never going to say that religion and these kind of concepts are the only problem in the world. No, I wouldn't say that. Of course not. But is it a big part of it in the problem? Oh, no doubt. Of course. As you see, this was the story I've just said with the man's kind of thinking. And again, guys, I'm sure you guys come across these kind of people. You guys meet these kind of people, obviously. They're your cousins, they're your aunties, your uncles, your grandma, your mother, your father sometimes, But no matter what, we got to start, saying something about that, because that kind of behavior isn't helpful. And I know, again, people listen, that you might be nervous too. You might be nervous to say something. You might be, afraid or, nervous to, lose a loved one, you know. You might be nervous to lose your mother, your father, your aunt, cousin, because now you're speaking out about this kind of stuff. You might be nervous to lose a friend, a best friend, or like I said, excuse me, a significant other. You might be nervous about that, but I'm not saying like we can't coexist together, you guys. But when you're doing that kind of thinking and you really think that kind of stuff is okay, then I mean you just really deluded, honestly. And like I said, I can no longer just sit back anymore. So that's pretty much what I want to do. With the channel now, is these kind of things to talk about. These kind of things. I mean, I do want to continue to grow the channel. I do want to grow it. I do want to do, interviews with other people as well too, who have, taken up the same thing, and just seeing that, we don't really need these kind of things anymore. I feel, one of the reasons why is, it's just things got a big, it has a big emotional tie on people, obviously. It is really hard to tell people that, and it's hard for people to realize that, I've been living a lie, this stuff is, this make-believe stuff. And of course, this might offend some people, but again, I'm not here to sugarcoat things or do these kind of things anymore, I feel I've been, what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't even know the word I'm looking for, guys, but it's just enough is enough, sometimes. So I know, again, there are people, like I said, who do this, there's, like I said, obviously I'm making this video on YouTube, so again, me being a YouTuber, and like I said, yeah, of course I watch other, YouTubers who are, speaking up too. So just know there are more people, out there too. So let's all just, like I said, band together, guys. And like I said, remember, obviously, as you think about it, I wouldn't say, have a stranglehold over it, in a way. But like I said, some of these institutions, again, I would call them cults. Some people call them religions. Things, they've had a tight grip on things for a while because they've been running things for centuries. Like I said, like I'm never gonna say, again, like this stuff has been, this is something new. This is just happening. No, like people have been speaking out against this kind of stuff for a very long time, obviously, a very, very long time. But as we use, now, the results used to be way different. So living in this, 21st century now, we have to, be smarter and just move smarter with it. Like, it's gonna change. But again, just to think you're gonna change it on your own, that's obviously, we know that'll never happen. So until we actually, realize, again, as a human race, that we, that's the only way that any of this stuff is ever going to change, if we actually do the work ourselves. So that's kind of what I want to just leave everybody with is, we still have to do the work, but as far as this religion stuff and these whole concepts of made up beings and all these kind of things, guys, and I'm just calling it for what it is now. Like, we got to give that stuff up if we ever expected to get rid of these things. And that's, one more thing is about that too, while I'm saying that, like I said, it's a rant, is that's another reason, why I said with that kind of thinking is you feel like you don't have to do any work, you feel like you don't have to do anything, like I was saying, some of these things we could be accomplishing. Like I said, of course I know I'm not going to do it by myself, but like I said, if we actually come together as a human race and just come together, who's to say we couldn't really actually end world hunger, these kind of things, or we really couldn't end homelessness, or we really couldn't end some of these actual things. Of course, like I said, I'm never going to say it's just going to be a perfect world that we live in. No, I'm not saying that. But of course, I feel we can really be doing more things, and this whole religions is really doing more harm than any kind of help, honestly. So again, I just want to leave you guys with that. Like I said, this is how we're going to be moving forward with it in the future. So be on the lookout for more content like this. Like I said, I really would be like to do some interviews with people and other things of that nature as well. Like I said, always just remember to like, subscribe, comment. Till next time, guys. Peace.